Hello，大家好，欢迎回到乐学成长空间，我是乐学。那么今天我们再次回到了这个老板面对面的系列。那么如果你是第一次观赏这个系列，这个系列顾名思义，也就是我会邀请马来西亚的一些老板、一些公司的创办人上来跟我们分享他们的故事，到底他们是如何从零到一。当然了，如果这是一家上市公司，我们也会谈谈一个从投资的角度有什么值得我们关注的事项。那么今天我就邀请到了一家马来西亚比较特别的公司，因为这家公司目前是在Lead Market 上市。那么什么是 Lead Market？ 等下我们也会再详谈。但是这家公司也就是 Fibromat Berhad， 而今天我们有幸邀请到了他的 Managing Director 兼 CEO Mr. Danny Ng。那么事不宜迟，我们就请 Mr. Danny Ng 上来跟我们打打招呼吧。当然，今天这个视频将会以全英文的方式进行。
I'm Danny Ng from Fibromat Berhad.
So why not let's spend some quick moment to kind of like go over like a brief overview about what is Fibromat Berhad all about?
Okay, Fibromat, actually, when we first started, we are just a single product producer. We're using one of the agricultural substrates, which is paddy straw, to produce erosion control blanket. Using erosion control blanket, we use a new method of turfing, that is, we hydroseed it. After we hydroseed it, we need to protect the seed and also encourage the growth of the seeds. So therefore, this erosion control blanket serves as a mulching, and also it covers the area. When it rains, the seed won't wash away, and also the birds, don't pick on the seeds. Yeah. So from there, we expanded. We use more products on erosion control. Like instead of using just paddy straw, we went into using coconut fiber, EFB fibers, palm oil fibers. So indirectly, we are actually using a lot of biomass. Yeah. Directly, we already venture in something that now people are talking about. When you talk about sustainability, you're talking about sustainable consumption, you're talking about circular economy, and that is actually, we have already started long way ago. From that onwards, we have expanded. We have expanded from erosion control, then we went into reinforcement, we go into greening, we go into turbidity control, surface runoff control. So we are like now almost like a one-stop center. We always emphasize two main products that we are in, that is erosion control and geosynthetics. We classify ourselves under two main categories. That is, like I say, erosion control, geosynthetics. Yeah.
Do you always wanted to be an entrepreneur? And then if so, when have this this thought started?
I came from not a well-to-do family. We run a very small coffee shop. When we were small, after school, we have to open the cockles, go, cycle up to cut the leaf, where we use last time. We don't have plastic, when you want to wrap the kway teow or whatever, we have to cut the leaf and wash the leaf and prepare all kinds of things. At that time, a cup of coffee is only 10 cents. How much, to make 10 ringgit a day, I think is a big challenge. From small, I swear to myself, I will never go into this business. I will never do these things. So I tell myself, I need to make at least 1,005, ringgit. Then I will able to give a better life to my mother. So, this is something that actually embedded in the desire to do something. Both my brother and myself, I think there is something that drives us into entrepreneurship, that we wanted to do, want to make something, to make our parents proud. I think that is how we started. My first venture into entrepreneurship is I'm not a good student. I'm always at the last class. After graduating, in Kampung, our parents don't know how to advise us, what to do. My mother always emphasized, you must learn, you must get something, even though she's not, she don't study, she does not learn. But she knows she want to do something for us. So I was looking at the newspaper and to see, okay, mechanical engineering, wow, there's a lot of vacancy for mechanical engineering. So I enrolled as a mechanical engineering diploma. So imagine from an art stream, going to science stream, it's a real challenge, to it. Well, I completed my 3 years. Friday is my last day. Monday I start work already. To us, we our the desire to achieve something, so we cannot waste time. Started at 500 ringgit, 500 ringgit per month basic pay, went up to 700 ringgit. Then that was during the first financial crisis, 1987. So I got 560. So at that time, I got married quite young. Okay, so I mean 561 good to do. I mean, there's nothing that you can do. So I think I want to start my own business. I thank my wife. She said, if you want to do, parents give us some jewelry, you see, you can pawn, you can do whatever, take away, try to start something. Probably we gathered about 20, 30,000. That's how I started my first company, Line Tech, doing refurbishment water tanks and containment lining.
How was the journey of like starting a company from zero? What was the struggle that you faced when you having this line tech company?
When I first started, I got the first job, from PKNS to repair one tank in near Ulu Klang. It's not a big job. I think probably less than 10,000 ringgit, So we managed to get it done. I have friends who are willing to give us support even with a new company. Always like to thank one engineer. Happens to my hometown, Mr. Chua. He's the general manager of PPA. Berhad Berkuasa Air Perak. At that time, have a problem in Bukit Larut or Maxwell Hill. There's an old reservoir built by the British. This reservoir actually served like maybe half of Taiping town. If this reservoir were to burst or doesn't work, then a lot of inhabitants in Taiping will be affected. I went to him. I said, well, I can do. He took the risk. He awarded to us. We managed to get it done. This is a very tough job. Nobody can do. I mean, in this line at that time, because we happen to be the company who specialize. They cannot find any other company. So I would say that in life we need to have a lot of 贵人, we really need a lot of benefactors, to help us in a journey to life. Going back to what my experience when working for the other company. Okay, when I worked in that company, I was actually designated as the technical executive. The company actually does this kind of thing, but then they don't have any team, that undertake this kind of work, which is out of your scope, and you want to be calculative. Then, that's not my job, My job is doing sales. My job is doing technical marketing. This is not side work. There's nothing. Like I say, I'm born in that kind of environment. Anything also I can do. You give me opportunity to learn, it depends how you perceive, So I say, okay, I do. So when I came out, actually they don't have anybody who knows how to do. When I go to the market, well, who has experience? I'm the one who have experience. So from there, I only train my people how to do.
What makes you make the move on creating your second company?
Actually, it's not my second company.
Oh, okay.
But I'm a serial entrepreneur. I just love doing things, doing entrepreneurship. I just like to do it because probably when you succeed one, you can do, you want to do everything. I just want to share something very significant. This is Westbury Tubular Structures. I have a friend from UK. That is during the UK recession. So they were trying to expand, to somewhere in Malaysia. They said, Danny, I want you to be my partner. I want you to work. So I say, come on, I don't know. You ask me to read the drawing. I'm not able to understand. So I say, how I'm going to be? He wants me to be like the marketing director and all this kind. I say, sorry, I can't. No. You can. So I say, okay, since you say I can, okay, I will take the challenge. So, okay, I took it, immediately. I mean, the first job, I got the Gerakan headquarters. Is our first job. Then after that, we got our Shah Alam Indoor Stadium. Again, I'm saying I'm lucky, going into something which is totally alien to me and able to do it. Yeah. But the last straw was we got one prestigious job. That is the Formula One. At the time when we got the job, the US was 2.2. That was during the Asian financial crisis. So when we start the job, it shoot up to 4.5. Okay. So we're supposed to host the first race. So by hook or by crook, we have to deliver. Yes, we finished the job and we are finished.
Wow. that's interesting to saying it. Wow. I mean, the cost double. I mean, it definitely hurts. Since like you are finished in a way, like the company is finished, what was your next venture? I mean, did you go back to Line Tech or you just like what did you do after that?
That was in 1998. It's just that I mean, in one life, it's just that, are you going to cry over it and, become very, depressed over the situation? A true entrepreneur is not how many times you fall, how many times you get up after you fall, right? So naturally, I still have my line tag to fall behind and say, okay, now we look for something, maybe something small and we can expand from that. We've offered this company, Fibromat. So this company also went bust. Fibromat actually is started by United Engineers Berhad. We negotiated with them because that's the least that we can do something, on that thing. Got the thing agreed at 300,000 ringgit. Okay, with my partners negotiate. But what we have for 300,000, okay, it's just the name, okay, and a very old machine that actually doesn't work. Happened that one of the staff who's working for us in Line Tech, so he was the former staff of that company. I think good, I will transfer you to this company and you teach me. I get the staff to teach me how to do and what to do. And with my little bit of mechanical engineering background, okay, managed to get the machine back into working. Well, I would say that when the first product come out, I would say it's a totally rubbish. So we managed to get one big job for from Simpang Tulai to Gua Musang, where they use a lot of erosion control blanket. We have a lot of orders.
Mhm.
So how am I going to expand? How am I going to replicate? So what I did is that reverse engineering, took this machine, went to Ipoh foundry, asked them to do, another 2 machines so that we are able to meet the demand. We managed to meet the demand. However, then as the business grows, then we are saying that, well, we cannot keep on when other people will come, then we are nothing, will be out the market. So I decided to go to Germany. In this erosion control blanket machine, there's only 2 manufacturers in the world.
Okay.
Both are in Germany and both are related and both in the same place. It's just like a vicinity. It's just like walking distance.
Oh.
So when there, I said, yeah, I'm interested to purchase your machine, but I don't have money. I only want to buy certain key component of your machine. Are you willing to sell? So he said, okay. The rest we will do ourselves. I think we managed to do it very cheap. Probably at that time, it cost us about 300,000-400,000 ringgit. But 300,000-400,000 to us is a lot. So we got the first German machine, so that at least we have something for German with localized, so that the machine can work. It will be a much better product than we used to produce.
So what actually makes you want to list Fibromat back in 2019 to leap market?
Started my listing journey very long ago, maybe like 2013. We talking about listing. So my first listing exercise was with OSK. We're talking about ACE because OSK was taken over by RHB. Then later on, we went for Afin. I mean, we had problem with them. Then with our prospectus, which already done, we downgrade to IM, info memo. Then we list it at the leap. This is how it happens.
Is Fibromat thinking about going to ACE market anytime soon, or what is the next future plan?
We already assembled the whole advisors that we're doing for our LIP exercise. I think we should make an announcement very soon.
How does this ESG concept is impacting Fibromat? Is it impacting in a good way or neutral way?
First of all, when we venture into Fibromat, not knowing that we're actually in a biomass business, because a few years ago, the government is putting a lot of effort into biomass, Now you can see there's 2 extremes. Either you have a drought, where you have forest fire, wildfires, or you have a very high impact rain, which create floods, Now, if you talk about too heavy rainfall, so we also affected, meaning that as an opportunity to us that people now need to strengthen the slope, increase the height of their river banks and whatnot. We need to put budget. So, like for example, due to this climate change, now Malaysia, it's not only Malaysia, the whole world is facing. So you have floods in everywhere, very extreme floods. So with this budget, okay, we will be the beneficiary because we are doing a lot of soft bioengineering. It will benefit us. Like I say, because of this, I would think that our business will be on the growth trajectory.
Any noticeable project that you got that you can share with us?
I think one very noticeable or very big project the government is going to announce is the flood mitigation project that the government is allocating about 16 billion. A lot of investors also have been looking at our company. They say, "Oh, you are almost stagnant. I think the company, you're doing at about 41 million, 41 million." I would say we are a matured SME company. The last few years, we are, no doubt the top line we're talking about 41 million. But I have to understand, I would say that actually at 41 million, there's 100% growth. Now, last time there's a cake, we just get a small slice of the cake. Now the cake is so small, we still got such a big slice of the cake, So meaning we are growing, and not only the top line, we're also growing on the bottom line. This year, the first half result, we showed that, it's growing a lot. And I would expect that this year, the full year account is going to be much better.
Is the current capacity can cope with the bigger cake, or is there any like plan on like new factory, or what is like the plan on getting the big cake?
Based on the present capacity, I think we are able to cope with it. We are not a manufacturer per se. We have standard products like erosion control products are standard. It's a bread and butter. Every day we are produced non-stop. If there's more, I think we cannot try to do everything our own. I think that's not right. So we need to outsource. If we cannot do, then we have to work with other companies, because like I say, we are the provider. We design and build, we solution provider. We give solution. So whatever material is up to us to decide to solve the problem.
Is there any short-term or long-term, like anything that you feel like other than like this 16 billion budget, anything else that might be something that a potential investor would be interested in knowing more about the company?
Riding on the wave of ESG. We are riding on the wave of climate change. So and these are real, and it's not only in Malaysia. Most of the country have to do something. For example, the Singapore airport. Now, Singapore, they are not talking about actually protecting the slope or what, but they are talking about sediment control. Anything that you touch on the ground, you have to cover, so that when it rains, the surface runoff is, won't carry the sediments to the drain, pollute. Then you have all our teh tarik water. We are going on the growth trajectory that. I would foresee that our growth will be significant in a sense. I would say that what we can tell the investor is that during the pandemic, to even remain relevant, is already a challenge. But for us, we are able to sustain that kind of growth, the kind of margin. That shows that our business is actually very sustainable. In 2021, we were closed 3 months. 3 months, imagine how much we have to lose. At the end of the year, we still can make a higher profit than the previous year. That shows that we are the business model, I would say, is intact.
Based on your long journey on being an entrepreneur, what would you like to share? Like any last word for the audience?
I always say, if you don't build a dream, somebody will hire you to build their dream. And to be successful, you really need family and friends. But to be very successful, you really need enemies and competitors. So you really, I think you must have a clear vision what you want to do. To be in this business, okay, it's a big challenge, because we are the only local manufacturer that in this business. In Malaysia, sometimes, as a local company, you don't have the ground advantage. In our journey, the first 15 years, actually, we don't have any loan for any bank. I also like to share. To build a company, you need a team, a team that work together. But how can you hold on to this team, that are willing to share, your dream and to work together to achieve your dream? This is something very, very difficult. And I said that as an entrepreneur, you are a jack of all trades and master of all. You need to be their mentor. You need to teach them. You need to give them, something that they are able to learn, so that they think there's something left. They have something to gain, rather not on monetary. And I always tell my staff, if you leave the company, I'm very happy, because I have a good student, And I always tell them, if you go, we don't become an enemy, we still become friends. I have a few staff that left us, we are still working together. So I think in that way, we are able to preserve the business, and we don't create unnecessary competitions. And also the vision, the vision, we need to share to our people what we want to do, how we want to do, where we want to go, so that these people know. At least, when they know that if I go to this, they'll be rewarded. There's something they look forward. If I know I'm just getting this one, the company is not going anywhere. There's something that we're going to achieve. I mean, they will leave.
This is very, very, very good sharing. I mean, I really appreciate. I mean, I learned a lot of like. I hope that audience also like kind of found this very helpful. I personally, I learned a lot. I mean, once again, Mr. Danny, really appreciate your time. I hope that maybe in the future, once you guys went on Ace Market, maybe we can kind of like talk more about the business and learn more about Fibromat Berhad. Until next time, thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye bye. Thank you.